Many social environments condition men to scan for obvious metrics of attraction: wide smiles, leaning in close, and frequent physical contact. Relying solely on these overt signals leads to a common oversight. When a woman is quiet or maintains her distance, the assumption is that the interest level is zero. In cross-generational dynamics, specifically when a younger woman is drawn to an older man, the communication shifts to a different frequency. These signals are sharper and more deliberate. She is often prioritizing observation, using the initial interaction to gauge the man's presence before making a social move. To see these nearly invisible shifts, we have to look at the timeline of how her interest evolves, moving from instinctive reactions to conscious investment. Recognizing this progression changes the way a man interprets a quiet room, revealing opportunities that are usually missed in the search for louder social proof. The first phase of this timeline occurs at a pre-conscious level, taking place before she has even decided to engage. This is the microglance. She looks at you, looks away, then looks back a fraction of a second longer. That second look is a reflexive check. She is observing if you remain settled and unhurried under the weight of her attention. If that second glance lingers, it indicates that your physical presence has already made an impact on her internal social filter. Once eye contact is established, the interaction moves into the physical space, where she begins to balance her curiosity with a need for psychological safety. You'll see her body open up toward you, even while she keeps her distance. She is using that physical gap as a protective social barrier, while her orientation signals her focus is locked on you. Her shoulders will relax and her arms stay uncrossed, but the most reliable indicator is her feet. They'll point in your direction, regardless of who else is in the conversation. This controlled physical stance is mirrored in her facial expressions, which shift away from social performance towards something more grounded. You won't see the loud social laughter she might use with peers. Instead, she offers calm eye contact and a soft, composed smile. This restraint is a sign of respect. She is moving beyond social pleasantries and into a more serious form of attention. At this point, the attraction crosses into the conscious mind. She is no longer just observing, she is actively participating in how she is perceived. This is when subtle grooming adjustments appear. These aren't the rapid, repetitive movements of someone who is nervous. Straightening her posture or fixing her hair before she responds to you are self-presentation upgrades. She is curating her appearance because she is now focused on how she appears specifically to you. The most advanced signal in the timeline is conversational anchoring. She begins to reference specific details you mentioned earlier, building on your experiences and integrating your opinions into her own responses. This demonstrates that she is mentally recording the interaction. The instinctive attraction from the beginning has matured into a genuine cognitive investment in who you are. By looking at the entire timeline, we can see how these cues stack together, starting with the microglance, moving to open posture, and ending with conversational recall. In behavioral analysis, an isolated signal is often a coincidence. A single look away doesn't provide enough data. Reliability comes from repetition. When multiple signals appear consistently over time, they form a clear pattern of interest. This perspective shifts the focus from trying to manufacture a dynamic to simply observing one that is already in motion. Confidence begins with this level of understanding. When you know how to read the patterns, you don't have to guess. You simply notice what is happening right in front of you.